Hello, good afternoon. It's me and Mark and me.
They've let us back out.
I know. I am so happy. Seriously, I remember this and I adored it. Do you know what? I know you are as well. And this is Mark, obviously, he's bought the Pinflair. And I can't tell you how many years I've followed this and how many years I've done it and how many of these I've got lying around, dusting them off. So to have these new ones here, that's absolutely amazing. So Matt, welcome.
Thank you.
What are you doing today for us?
So Pinflair, this is traditional Pinflair. So if you go back 34 years, 35 nearly.
Is that really?
35 years, yeah.
Oh, I'm only 25. I'm 25, yeah, whatever.
So this is why Pinflair is called Pinflair, because it's all to do with pins. Does it make sense now?
Totally.
Yeah. So those people who have been brought up with Pinflair will remember the original Pinflair and sequins and the pins and the polystyrene. So that's what we're all about today. I mean, obviously Pinflair's moved on and does other things like the cartonnage and the glues and all that, but that all came after. So this is where it started. This is where it started.
You know, sometimes we forget where we started and the wonderful things we started with, and we can't remember what we used to say.
And we do forget about this sometimes.
Yeah.
Even though it's Pinflair, we forget about it. So it's good to bring it back.
Oh,
and there's
it's so important.
hundreds, there are literally hundreds of Pinflair kits available. So what we've done today is we've brought you a really, really broad selection of them, so you can see the different types of things that we do here at Pinflair. And if you love it, we'll bring more.
Absolutely. I think you need to sort of, don't forget, you've got certain ways of watching us and certain ways of buying. So the first thing you do need to know after that is we're watching on YouTube, Insta, Facebook and the website. But if you want to buy while you're watching, don't forget, check out as soon as you can. You need to go to Facebook, Insta and the website because they don't like each other, the others. And what you need to do is I'll give you a code and say shop and then the code, and then you put that into your little basket in the comments, press that, that'll send a link. That link sort of sets off a process that sends you another message, then that will go into your basket. Now, before you check out of your basket, it's really important to become a member because there's lots of other benefits. And those benefits, they're not extra, they're not like a little side, it goes on everything. So whatever you do in there, but add into things, that will always help you with the highlights things.
And if you're new to live shopping, I believe, you can get 10% off, can't you? Yes. So you've got it, it's a one-off go, isn't it? But so on the website, there's a thing that pops up every time I look at it that says register.
Yeah. And you have to because, that's like sometimes people will say, oh, but you can't have two codes. Don't, just try it. So the other thing is you'll also see that there may be shopping online on the website and it might look slightly different. All you have to do is press the item, same way everything. There's a little red basket, you press on that and it all goes through the same way. I don't want to make it complicated because everything is step by step. Yeah. All you do, code, shop, then that's it, you're done.
And but we know people know about it. Yes. Because we've already had orders for this show already before we started today. So thank you very much for that.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant. So yeah, of course, we've got a brand shop. There's a Pinflair brand shop on there. You can go and buy the products whenever. But when we're here live, we have special prices on the products we've got live, don't we? So it really is a good idea to buy when we're live and within is it 8 o'clock tonight?
Yes, to 8
Yeah, so
tonight.
check out before 8 and you'll get the prices that you see now. Otherwise, unfortunately, they have to go back to their original prices. We can't keep them that.
No.
Not forever.
So we're going to look at the first one if we can. We're looking at this one. This is, please look at this. Look what you get. This is absolutely exquisite. This is Shop Wedding. Oh my word, get this. I am so going to go out and buy this, so don't buy it before I can. But hopefully Mark will give us a demo on this. Yep. So the first one is you get to make one of these beautiful bells. It doesn't have to be for a wedding. It could be just for a beautiful room or as a beautiful ornament. So this is Shop Wedding, and that is, I can't believe that, it's $9.99, isn't it? Wow.
All the prices are a little bit bonkers for the show.
They
but
are.
Yeah.
And there is savings on most of them, but if we was to go through them, it'll confuse me, so I don't want it to confuse you. And the next one we've got Shop Bell. Now, this is stunning because you make three. We've
only put 2 out, but it makes 3.
I'm so glad you said that, because I'm looking at that thinking there's more in the back of that than that. So you actually get 3. So this is shop. Now let me get this right. Bell, okay, £9.99. Now that works out just over £3.33.
So it's almost like a smaller version of the wedding bell that you saw first.
Yep.
But perfect also for your Christmas tree. I know.
No.
We're a long way off it, but perfect for your Christmas tree. But if you've got a wedding coming up, and we know, we're sort of going into, I call it wedding season, I suppose wedding season is all year, but we're going into the spring, into Easter, weddings start to occur, don't they, for a lot of people. So you've got your wedding bell and you've got your bells are ringing. They sort of match. They're slightly different build, but they sort of match. Obviously different sizes, but you could just think about these bridesmaids. Just, you know what I mean? So they're holding a little bell or something like that. They're just so cute. The Pinflair product, the sequin product, it's not something you can buy.
I've not seen it anywhere.
You can't buy it ready-made. It's not something, you can't go out there and buy it. You might be able to buy a pottery similar thing, but it's not the same thing at all. To be able to actually create your own, you can always modify these slightly. So you could, if you've got some sequins, you could change the colours of ways a little bit if you want to. And you can buy sequins. Obviously, we sell them on the website. But in terms of a product that you could go out and buy, it's not really available. You've got to be able to make it. You've got to make it yourself.
Well, you've done all the hard work.
We've done all the design. We've done all
all the colours, everything. Yeah. So you'd have to go there, and you'd have to buy tons of other stuff to get the stuff you need. It always happens with sequins. So what Mark's done in Pinflair and the Christine is they put all the colours together.
Let me show you what's in a pack.
Please
we
do.
turn it round.
I don't want to
you
touch
can just
it.
see.
I've got
Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna
look at that.
Yeah. So when you get this pack home, you can see that everything you need. It's probably difficult to see through the plastic, but everything you need is actually in the pack. So that's what Lou's saying. There's so many bits and pieces that we include in the kits. Yeah. That it's all there. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. You might occasionally need a little bit of glue. The only thing we'd say is you might need the back of a teaspoon just to help you push the pins in. And I'll explain why.
That's in a bag though. You don't need to go out and get anything.
No. All the ribbons, all the bits, all the beads, all the pins, all the polystyrene is in there. I'm going to come on to the polystyrene later. It isn't what you think it is.
Right. But I've just had this thought. I'm interrupting again. That bell with one of these underneath it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
of course.
And you could put a tinkle thing on it. Yeah, well, a tinkle, sorry. A bell tinkle thing to make it tinkle.
Put a tinkle on it.
I think we move on. Now I want to go to this, but we're going to go to cotton. So cotton, one of my favourites. Absolutely adore it. Now to me, it's after. We call it after in the art world, don't we? After Fabergé. After the great man, Tiffany's, Fabergé, the Russian artwork, we was talking about soutache or soutache, and we were talking about the braiding. This is out of this world. This is special. The colours are beautiful. I think this is a pure gift for me to do. You also get the stand. Now I know I'm going on about it, but I really can't. I can't tell you how good that is, because that's like you sitting in your own mindful space, being able to do it. And you can, when you watch, it's up to you. If you've got younger children, maybe not, but older ones, absolutely. This is great, and it's such a special outcome. Love it.
And the thing is with this one, it isn't, because this is a slightly different egg to start with. It's a satin covered polystyrene egg, whereas most of the others are just polystyrene. Therefore, it's not loaded up with all the sequins like some of the other kits. So if you want something that's just a little bit quicker, some of the job's been done for you because it's already satin coated. So
I remember doing it.
So satin coated. So this is a lot of ribbons, a lot of beads that go in the kit there.
You get 2 as well.
You're going to get 2. Yeah.
But the thing is, you'd be going forever trying to look for all that. I've just had a gold work class, and me sourcing it took days, so I could provide this, and you've done it here the same way. And we go on to the next one because I want a quick demo as well. And we're going on to number 4, which is rose. Now that is stunning. It reminds me of the little china rose bowls that my mum had on a.
Well, I come from the pottery, so of course rose bowls that are manufactured there, all handmade pottery ones, and this is.
Can you imagine it up here with these flowers?
Yeah, so this is a sequin version of that, basically, your sequin rose bowl. And the great thing about this combo is you're going to get the rose bowl decoration, but you also get a greetings card in a box that matches with a half rose bowl attached. So you can see that. We even include the sentiment stickers in this. Obviously, if you want to change the sentiment, you can. We know you guys out there are experts at all that stuff, but you know, it's got, I think, does it say? Bear, I can't read that from this angle. With love and best wishes.
I hope so.
Thank you. That's what the sentiment says. But again, you can change that. But you get the box, you get the card. So everything again, you know, even sourcing a box that's the right size for a card to fit in, it's all hard to do. So it's all been done for you.
Right. I just need to remind you, because I forgot in my excitement, that this one here, number 2, 1, 2, 3, is it the rose cotton, right?
Yeah.
This cotton one, right, that's the code, cotton, and then it's $9.99
for 2.
That's right. Well, you're already watching, and I'm so glad, because I don't, you know how giddy I get, but when I see something I love, I want to go and play with it. I've just said to Mark now, let's do this, because
too exciting.
I am too over the top of it, but I can't help it when I see nice things.
We were talking about new things, weren't we? And it's very exciting, because we've always got, we haven't we, in the
Yes,
craft world,
absolutely.
us guys have always got new things. We're always looking for the next thing.
Absolutely.
And we're always talking to each other about what's coming and what's, you know, we do, a lot of it we have to keep secret, because of course
we do.
Yeah, but it's very exciting, because there's always new things coming. You get a bit of a lull and you think, ooh, what's happening? But then
we come back,
then suddenly something comes and you think, oh, that's exciting. So I've got something exciting coming, which we're going to bring to you at Crafting Live. So come and see us at Crafting Live. And I'm sure Highlights have got new stuff.
Yes.
I'm always got new stuff. I know you've got
I can't say anything.
Cadence, etc., which is all very exciting. So come along to Crafting Live, come and see us.
It's a great way of getting inspiration as well, so that you can extend this product with what you've got as well, because that's really important. So I'm just going to move on now. So we've got number 5, shop. That one is rose, right? Now I'm looking at these and thinking, I can't believe prices. So that one is £12.50.
£12.50. So that's for your rose bowl decoration and the card kit.
So that is really reasonable.
So again, 2 kits, £12.50.
You can keep one and have one as a present for somebody.
Of course.
So that's shop rose, and that's £12.50. We're moving on now to, this is shop chick, right? Now, Easter, of course, but this could be any time of year, because I just love these. So shop chick, and this is a $9.99 again. And these prices are fantastic, because you think of what you're getting and what you can do and what you end up with.
So you're getting Charlie Chick.
Charlie
right. Chick, yeah, he's cute. So Charlie Chick, and you're going to get a card kit that's also...
Oh, let me just show you, because, I did that. So that's the card kit, just so you can see.
Yeah, so your box is it, the cards in there, the box is in there, the embellishments in there, and obviously the polystyrene to make half a Charlie Chick to go onto your card.
I think that is such a great way of sort of one for you and one for someone else. It's a perfect thing. So we've gone on. Now, what we've got here are the workshops. Now, when I saw these, I was like, ooh.
Do we get a workshop with it?
Yeah.
No, you don't, because you don't need one. It's really easy.
The workshop is all about how many you've got. Yeah. So we've got shop. Now, this one makes me laugh here, because I've got about 9. Shop a frog for this one. And this is $14.99.
And it makes
20 of these little frogs. But I noticed there's something else there, Mark, with them. That bunnies.
Yeah, so we've got frogs. That's one option. And the other option is the bunny, and that makes 20 of the bunnies. So
if you want either or, that's it. They're all separate. So, right, and I've got them all written down. So it's the same price. So it's shop bunny, if you want 20 bunnies, at $14.99, or shop frog will get you that one at $14.99.
I haven't done the price on it, but it's less than £1, isn't it?
Yeah.
That?
Oh, it is less. No.
$14.99 divided by 20.
No, it's just
70
pence each, isn't it?
76p, 75p. Yeah.
And you think about how, like, to me, that's a great. The word workshop's great, because I've worked with a group on a Monday. And that would be a great kit for me and everybody to do.
Well, just think, if you've got 15 people in a
Yeah,
group.
we have 12. That'd be perfect.
Take one of them in, and everybody's got one.
No, and they wouldn't have done it before.
No. And it's a fridge. They're magnets. So there's a magnet. There's 20 magnets included. So you can actually stick these on your fridge or stick them wherever you've got a metal surface. Bang, off it goes.
Are people okay to sell with these?
Oh, cool. Always.
Right,
Yeah.
that's good to know. So if you're fundraising or anything, I know my ladies and gents would love this to fundraise.
Again, £3 each when they're made, something like that. You know,
that's how much they charge for subs.
I know it's nothing, is it? But
no,
you know,
absolutely.
£3 each. You're on a bargain. You're on a winner there, aren't you? You've only got to sell a few. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about how many people would love doing them, but giving them.
Yep.
And then, you know, and then just there's all sorts of connotations put them on a card like you did before. Now we've got two. This one here, so it's Shop Lemon. Oh, look at that! You make two with this. Shop Lemon. Now I've got the price here at $9.99. The reason I've done it like this is because I know I'm going to knock everything off if I stick all my stuff on there. I'll be like messing them around. So this is Shop Lemon, and you make two of these amazing, absolutely beautiful Fabergé style. Can't say the Fabergé, obviously. Yeah. And we're going to go to a demo now, if that's okay. So I'm going to go back down the counter in a bit, but first, let's see how we make these wonderful, wonderful things. Because I remember a little bit, but I can't remember all of it. And this is what it is. It's about jogging your memory.
Let me talk about the polystyrene first. So I've got some larger pieces of the polystyrene here because the whole range of Pinflair we've got hundreds of, well, no, not hundreds. We've got tens of different shapes that obviously we use in the first instance. Yeah. So we've got some that show like trains and things like that.
So
obviously
you
for
really thought about it then, didn't you?
Yeah. Now there's only one supplier in the world.
Is it you?
No. It's in America that manufactures these shapes.
Wow. And that's amazing.
Okay, now
that's heritage then, isn't it?
So and it is. It's a very, very old machine.
Yeah.
We hope it keeps running. We have to keep touching wood because it keeps running. But there's a reason. And you look at it, you say, well, that's just a polystyrene egg. It's not. So this is high density polystyrene. So that's a different thing. When you get it, you'll feel it and you think, no, that's not. Because if normal polystyrene, if you press it, you can push your fingers in. And you can't with this. And
that holds the pins.
Absolutely, bang on.
I know.
That's what makes Pinflair's polystyrene different. So the pins go in, and they're harder to push in. Not impossible. If you get a pin, you know they're sharp. The pins and the pins will go in, but they need a little bit of pushing. Okay. And the reason that we use this high density polystyrene is it's hard to push the pins in, and therefore it's hard for the pins to just come out. If you use a standard polystyrene, you destroy the polystyrene and all your pins get loose and eventually they'll pop out. Now that obviously gives you a little bit of a health and safety problem. You've got sharp pins lying around. With our product, without polystyrene, you don't get that issue at all.
I've tried it.
These pins stay in, get trawled around the world and these pins stay in.
I've tried this with other polystyrene and it just obliterates it.
Correct.
And I'm thinking of I've even tried things with Oasis and that's nowhere now.
No.
Nothing that compares to me like this.
As I say, there's one machine in the world that manufactures this high density polystyrene in all those shapes that we can get. And
that's what you need to know because people will think, oh, I'll just get a poly. No,
it's not the same.
No, it isn't.
No, not the same at all. Right. So let me look at something else because there's another product that we've got for you today called a Space It Guide. Now, this was developed as a combination of myself and Christine and Nigel at Pinflair to do something that was always really hard to do. And that was some of our kits require you to mark out your egg before you start. So this is our Space It Guide.
This is Shop Space.
Shop Space, okay.
And it's $9.99.
Yeah, so
get it now, quick, get it on.
What you're going to get here, you get these 5...
I know what they are now.
Yeah, these 5 items here, which look really, really strange.
No, I know what they are.
Okay, and usually they're all fastened together. So when you get this, it'll have a link, and it goes onto this sort of keyring fitting here, which says it's a Pinflair Space It Guide.
$9.99.
Yeah.
Shop Space.
What you've got first of all is you've got a spacing jig for 3, 4, 5, and 6 segments on a shaped polystyrene egg or ball. Yeah?
Absolutely, I love it.
Nobody, it's bright. It's completely unique. This we
I love
also
it.
give you this, which is this is a guide. This is a basic guide which works for ribbons. So it's 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter spacing for ribbons. So if you want to put ribbons in and they're all correct, I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
This is going to work with my embroidery. It's going to work with all the other stuff I've got, and this.
So let's say we've got an egg,
Yep,
and we
yep,
want
yep.
to split it into 5 segments. Sounds really easy, doesn't it?
No, it's not.
It's not. How do you get 5 even segments? So what we do is we take this one. This is the 5-way. Okay, we take a
How
little.
do you know that's 5-way then?
So if you look at,
Sorry, I'm asking a daft question.
it's fine. But if you count these from this central point here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right, so that is one as well.
Yeah. If we look at this one here, there's your central point. You've got 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6.
Got you. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wondered because
Yeah.
sometimes you look at it, you think there's only 4 there, but it's not.
No, it's
counting
5
that.
because you've got the big long one. And the reason why we've got one longer and the other ones are shorter. So your pin goes in that central one there, okay, and we go. Let's find the centre roughly. So find the centre of your egg. There we go, and in we go. Just put that in like that. Now we've put other pins on here, so if you want to pin it down while you work with it, you can. However, we found.
Genius.
You can see what it does straight away, can't you?
Genius.
So what we do is we mark that line and that line and that line and that line there and that line there. Okay. But this longer one here allows us to.
This is genius, right? You could even do chocolate with this.
Yeah.
Mark it anything.
It's mylar. This is so
Cake
you
making,
can.
you
Yeah.
name it.
And then we can move this to the next position so everything lines up, and that's where you've got this much longer line here to draw and mark off.
Oh, that is.
And you can see the segment, can't you? You can see how the segment. It's really such an easy idea.
No, it is.
But it
isn't.
was. When we were thinking it through, we wanted something flexible, and I said, we can use flexible mylar for that, like we do for stencils.
Wow, this is shop space, $9.99.
So yeah, we have it as part of the Pinflair. We have it as part of Pinflair product range, but actually, it's for, as you say, it's for all sorts of different reasons.
Absolutely.
Once you've done that, pop that out. Okay, there it is, and now you've got a perfectly segmented
You'd end up
egg.
with lines everywhere on there. We're trying to
it's
do
really
it by
hard.
eye.
It's really, it's almost impossible. And they are perfectly segmented.
That's genius. That's shop space. Please get that because that works with your quilting and everything. If you want to do lines
So
with
you've got your 6, 5, 4, 3, and this one we can actually use this if you want to put ribbons around the centre. You can actually mark this off. It's got the hole, so you can do 1 centimetre or 2 centimetre. And you can see the dots, and they are then spaced around. So hence, space it, guys.
Right, 10% have already gone on that. I'm not surprised because they are so worth it for everything
Cheapest that's ever
do.
been, trust me. Because it's $14.99 normally. And it's,
I would have said, because at £2, that's like not
Yeah.
even a coffee, is it? That's genius, that. Wow, I'm checking it off now. All my wages is going fast. Anyway, so we're going to do which kit?
Let's go to sequins. So we'll go with a bunny. Let's go with the bunny first, okay?
So it's
now,
shop bunny.
Yeah, so these are the bunnies. So you're going to get your polystyrene again. It's a half circle with this particular kit. That's what it is. The reason it's flat on because we've got a flat back because obviously we want to put the magnet
absolutely.
on. So with that, you're also going to get all the other bits and pieces. So you get there's the magnet. So you will glue that on eventually, and that will be at the back there. You get all your ribbons and your eyes and all the bunny bits, and all the bits and pieces. You also get some pink and white felt, which you actually cut into shape to make the ears.
Nice, that felt,
Okay, so in the kit, in the actual instruction kit. Instructions in the kit, it will show you the diagram of what you need to cut out of the felt.
Right, so there is instructions as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, how do we push the sequins into the polystyrene? And that sounds it's a silly thing to say, but we have 2 different options here.
Right, okay.
Because when you have a Pinflair kit, it will tell you to put the sequin in cup up, or cup down.
Yeah.
So be careful with that because it does make a difference. So these, what we tend to use is these trays, these polystyrene trays, and then we set them up on the side. So you're going to take your pins. Your pins will come in your kit. and you
These
get
are
your
small
sequins.
pins, so
Yeah, these are small pins because obviously we don't want to. You don't want it too long.
it all goes into the middle and makes a mush. But
Yeah.
that is super.
Sharp as well.
Yeah, you can't get them either.
No. Yeah. So so if you let me try and explain that. So if I put that on my finger there, that's cup up. So it looks like a cup.
Yeah.
So sequins are shaped. They're not. These are not flat sequins. These are cup sequins. So cup up or cup down.
But makes
I don't know. I don't know if
difference.
that's obvious on there. It's, yeah, I'm
it
nodding.
does make a huge difference. I mean,
yeah, we're having a nod. So that's cup up, and that's cup down. Okay. So this particular kit will tell you want the cup down. Okay. So that means the pin goes in at the back there.
Right.
Okay. And then work from wherever. In this case, I'm going to work from the middle.
Is that a good tip to give people?
You either sometimes. It doesn't really matter.
Is it just whatever
it's
you
whatever you find. But yeah,
okay.
The other thing is you could start on the edge.
I've noticed you've not gone over the edge. That's important.
No, don't go over the edge because it needs to be flat. Yeah, and obviously your magnet's only about 1 mil thick. So so keep it to the edge. Now in terms of overlap, again, personal preference here, but just make sure you sort of cover all the polystyrene. So you've got a little bit of jiggle room once your pin's gone in.
That's good. That's good because you know I've got arthritis and my hands are really bad today. So I'm thinking sometimes it might not hit the spot, but if I know that I can wiggle that around,
well, don't forget,
I'm so pleased.
Don't forget you can always pop it out
and
again.
it's strong enough.
It's strong enough for you to do it a few times. Yeah. If you find it's hard on your fingers,
no, I think that's really easy.
Back of a teaspoon.
Of course. Oh, that's perfect leverage.
Okay, back of a teaspoon and just push that.
And that makes it really neat then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're all at the same. Oh, yeah. You can tell you thought.
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We've looked at lots of things in the past where to try and push the pins in and to help you, and it just becomes really cumbersome. So,
but you want to include everybody to do this.
We
don't
do.
You?
So so if you are finding we know it does get a little bit harder on the. It does get a little bit harder on the fingers as you do these. So back of a teaspoon is one way. Thimble, metal thimble.
Of course. Everything.
Yeah, that works too. But just back of a teaspoon is the easiest way. Just pop it in like that, nice and soft, gentle, and off you go. Okay. And these aren't coming out. You have to physically get behind the pin with your nail or a pair of pliers to actually pull the pins out. That once they're in, they're in.
I think it's that foam. It holds it so well.
Yes.
As soon as you realise you use it, you'll think, I get it now. I understand why. Yeah.
So just work around next layer. Once you've done that all the way around, next layer, just fill in the gaps.
You've got a little tray on your lap. You can sit with a family and do this.
Pop this on your...
You can, even if you're a bit poorly and sit in bed, get a tray with a little lap tray with a handle and a lip.
I mean, not many things come in polystyrene trays anymore. That's...
Chipper. I used to... Well, we had a chipper.
Don't do it anymore. But there are paper ones that these will fit into. As long as it's just something to pop your pin in. So first of all, set all your sequins out with the pins ready. Sometimes you're going to need a bead and a sequin. Sometimes, so... Just follow the instruction leaf. Follow the instructions. It depends on the kit. This one's just sequins, but sometimes it's a bead in the sequin. Sometimes it's cup up, cup down with the bead. Just follow the directions as it says, and everything's fine. And you can see these are quite fast to make, so you can see how quick.
I love the colour.
Great colour. This is the
bunny. This is not like a normal, just any old white, beige or anything like that. No. This is a beautiful. It's like a taupe.
It's a taupe, yeah. And you can see we're just filling the gaps.
Get, and they're AB an AB coated.
They're not. Yeah. And you can see how fast that fills in there, and we're just filling in the gaps.
The beads the pins make beautiful beads on it.
Oh yeah.
Don't they? The finishing item.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing this for 35 years at Pinflair, so if they don't know how to do it, nobody does. You know what I mean? So it's a long time, isn't it? But they've changed the way the pins, I suppose, over time, and they've changed sequin manufacturers, etc. But yeah,
we've changed though, haven't we? So we need different things, and you've been able to keep that up with the new space.
Yeah. So once you've covered that completely, then you're going to get some of your glue. Glue It is probably the one we've got. We've got that for you today. So we've got the Glue It and Gloss It bundle.
Yep. Got that, and we've got, if you want that, the gloss is shop gloss, and it is 12.15.
Yeah.
So I adore this. I do use this and the bookbinding glue, and you'll find it on my desk out there, because whatever I use, seriously, I know it's going to stick. I've got others that say super tacky or sticky tacky and all that. I don't know. These I always go to.
These work.
That's it. And they don't have hold some jewellery weight. You know,
yeah,
with
yeah,
what
of
I've
course.
used
Yeah,
them for.
yeah, and it goes a long way. So the glue, it goes a long way in a bottle.
Yeah.
Because of the fine tip. So the fine nozzle.
Doesn't clog up much either.
No. That's another thing. We see lots of people come out there with fine tipped glue, and then you can almost guarantee you're going to read a post somewhere where somebody says it's all clogged up. What do I do? You could get that, but of course the thing is with this, if it does clog, like that one's just got a little bit of dry glue on it, just comes off with your fingers.
Absolutely,
yeah.
I love it.
Okay, it's a plastic nozzle, so it bends a little bit. You see,
would you cut that or not?
No, leave it as it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's designed so that it just releases that tiny little bit of glue that you need.
See, like the suction, it almost is like the suction is bringing it up, stopping it.
Yes.
So it doesn't
clog. And then it drops back in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is. I mean, there's two. There's Glossy and the bookbinding.
You're going to get the Glossy. Now, Glossy, if you don't know what that is, Glossy is probably not for today, but if you're a card maker or you're making, you've used fabric crafts and you want to actually cover them with a protective varnish, we'll call it, then Glossy is that. So it's a water-based varnish. Once it's dry, it's pretty waterproof actually, but it is a water-based product.
Do you get a glossy finish with it?
Absolutely. It goes on milky.
Right.
So don't panic when you put it on. You can put it straight from the bottle. It's the same nozzle.
I'm just thinking.
It's the same nozzle as your
eyes, couldn't you? If you haven't got.
Yeah. So if you wanted just a shiny finish on it, just use some Glossy as an item on fabric, card, paper.
Shop gloss, and it's £12.50.
Yeah, and you're going to get both of those bottles, so you get your Glossy and your glue it.
That's a real
82
deal.
ml each.
That is a real deal. I love that because I know I've got everything I need there.
Yeah. So for sticking your bits and pieces onto glue, it's the one to go for.
Right. Would you be able to show us how you glue the eye on and stuff, just so people at home? Because I know some people say I don't know how to use that. Well, here we go.
So let me look at the finished item. So we need a bit more of that on, wouldn't we? But let's just put one of those on. So a little bit of glue like that, just a blob, and you can see that's all you need. Okay, and then we take one of them and we're just going to pop that on.
That'll really stick it as well.
It'll stick it because it dries really quickly. So hold that for probably about 30 seconds or so, and then I'd probably just put it to one side for just a minute or two.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that will actually glue that on.
Yeah, and I know it will because I've done it. So,
so just let it set. It's got a drying agent in the glue, so that means it dries quickly. So once it hits the air, the drying agent takes over and it starts to dry the product.
I don't have to hold it for hours.
Very low water content, so it's not going to make everything wet and soggy, and that's the problem. That's one of the problems is things like pom-poms. If you've got a very wet glue, all they do is suck the water out of the glue and they just get wet then and soggy and don't work. Whereas this isn't, there's very little water in there to do that.
And it doesn't buckle then, the less water.
Yeah, so paper crafters.
It's better for your paper because you don't want water. Although you want water-based items, you don't want too much water in it.
Water-based to give it just that fluidity, enough fluidity to
and
work.
Cleaning and stuff. And all that,
and cleaning off your fingers and things. But yeah, and that would be it really. We put another one of them on. You get a tiny little pink pom-pom.
I was looking at that.
Yeah, so that goes in between just to make it look.
Oh, it's so cute. So this is the shop. I'll walk down here and just show you these. Would be able to see something on the bell.
Let's look at the bell. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just show you these. This is shop. Right, the thing that made me laugh was I was looking at that frog. Shop frog, and you get 20, right? And I'm looking at them thinking, you're not, but if you turn it over like the other one, you can see how many you get. So it's shop frog, and that's $9.99. And then the other one, the shop, no, sorry. Shop bunny is $14.99 and shop frog is $14.99. So that is the reason you get all those 20 at that price. We're saying it's not even £1. That is 70 something pence. So shop frog $14.99 and shop bunny 14.99. And we're going to go now to Shop Wedding, and that one is $9.99. Hopefully, yes, of course. It looks like we've been down chippy here, doesn't it? But I love this one. Oh, I went past the door and I went, whoa. So I'm just.
This is amazing. So if you've got a wedding coming up or something like that, this would be an amazing thing to actually give to the bride, or for the bride to carry, or part of the bride's bouquet or something like that. There's all sorts of ways you could use this. So we started this one. Obviously, this is once we put there's a bead cap that goes over all this, so anything loose like that, don't worry about it. It's just because that would be normal, okay? And then the bead cap goes over the top, as you can see on the finished one, and some ribbons and things there. But this one is cup up.
Right, so
this is the opposite way around. Yeah, so this is cup up, and it has a bead. So if I show you this one, we've got the bead actually sits. It's difficult to see, but there's a bead there as well. The bead sits in the cup. Okay.
Beautiful.
And this one again, we're just going to work around. So we've got this here, and we just work around.
So it looks like you've got the cup up, the bead, and then the pin create that finishing touch.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we're just filling in the blanks here.
And you've got the cord in there and wrapping and stuff.
So this one's quite complex in a design. So you're going to have there's a silver sequin there that's been put in first, and then there's ribbon gone over the top of that. Normally we tell you to put ribbons on first. So in this case, you're probably going to put your ribbon. The white ribbon goes on, and then these silver sequins you would fit underneath.
Okay.
Okay. Before you're going to put this braid on. This is like a soutache actually.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a braid, and then that braid is held on without a sequin, but just a bead and a pin.
I get that.
Okay, yeah. So follow those instructions, and you can see. And then this is all fastened on from this central point here, and then you've got this beautiful cap here at the bottom with a much larger pin.
Hat pin, isn't it?
Yeah. Everything's in the kit, so nothing to add.
So would you say this was great for a beginner?
Do you know what? I don't think you cannot be a big. What I'm trying to say there. I think it matters.
Exactly. Glad you said that.
The thing is that all you're doing is pushing a pin through a sequin and a bead. So
but people looking at that won't think that.
It looks really complex.
Exactly.
But if you follow your instructions step by step,
absolutely,
there's nothing complex in any of this. So it's all really fairly straightforward. It's the same technique for any of our Pinflair kits. The only difference is that you might have to fit, like on the chicken, you might have to fit the hat on after or something like that.
Yeah.
So you just got to, it's going to be a final step that you're starting to put embellishments or ribbons or bows. Sometimes you have to make the bow. That's where the Space It guide comes in. But there'll be a diagram to show you how to make the bow. So don't think, I can't make bows. It's not a problem. If you've got bow makers out there, all that works as well. So you can. Feel free. I
think one of the hardest things about when you're working with such a lot of things all at once, is the step-by-step process. What to do first? What comes first? That's a nightmare.
We've done all that for you. We've done that because
exactly.
we went backwards
that takes
from
hours and hours. So that's all done. So it tells you what to start with and that. So anybody, any sort of
any level,
it's inclusive for everybody. Will be able to do it.
Age-wise, we'd say 8+. We say 8+ for all of these kits because of the sharpness of the pins. That's I think we've popped that onto the website anyway.
Have to,
So just be aware that the pins are sharp. So keep them safe. Keep them away from animals and anybody that might get.
So as you're building this up now, you are now going on the silver, slightly over the silver.
I'm going slightly over the silver because I want to cover that line. I want to make sure all of the polystyrene is covered. So I'm just working up there.
I'm almost thinking that your Space It guides could have been on first. That could match your.
Well, this is a bell, so this is 4 segments. So the first thing it will tell you in the instructions is to mark 4 segments out. Now you can see why we need a Space It guide.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't look initially like you need a Space It guide because you think, I can mark that into 4. You can, but it's not so straightforward. You're all a bit by eye, and then sometimes in the past, Christian said, "Well, get a tape measure, and if you measure all the way around, and then divide it by 4, and
By the time you've done that, it's put
How
people
complicated
off.
is that?
No, it put people
Because you're going
off.
into maths then, and we don't want to do that. You
No.
don't have to be a maths expert to make.
If I was to do that with some of the people I know, that would put me right off.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's one, the process is defined for you.
Absolutely.
And two, it shows you exactly where. But now you've extended that even more with the space.
Just made it simple. Made it simple. We'll go back to the basic guides and show you again. But
I just think it's brilliant to bring these back.
yeah,
I'm
and
so pleased you
we're
are.
just working around, and that's all covered. I'm quite happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Just make it look neat. Again, when you're doing it, you overthink it a little bit when you put sequins in. So when you first do it, it takes ages because you're trying to line it all up and get the spacing all right. Trust me, it's very forgiving. So and don't worry. Take it out and put it in a different place if it's in the wrong place. It's not a problem.
Of it.
You can't really make a mistake. You can't make a mistake. It's all easy to do.
Well, I want to give you the code for this. This is Shop Wedding. This is stunning. You make one of these exquisite bells. Now, I can see all sorts of things added to this, almost like crystal drops and everything. Yep. Make it the bouquet or make it the main element. Put it in your doorway. Just be beautiful with bells on. You don't need to think of it just wedding, do you?
You could have I mean, it's wedding bell, but you could have it as Christmas, of course. So, Christmas wreath, bell in the middle.
Absolutely.
Done, perfect.
But yours is different. Yours is different because no one else has got that.
Correct.
So that's Shop Wedding, and that's $9.99. So then we're going to go to the next one, which is Shop Bell. You get 3. So this is Shop Bell, and this is $9.99 for 3. So you're looking at just over 3. Well, it is $3.33 reoccurring if you want some maths.
We'll go with it.
And you get 3. But when you think about, I've done it, I've messed, whatever. Everything is included to tidy it all up to make it look absolutely stunning. You get 3, absolutely brilliant. So that is Shop Bell. I'm looking at the prices thinking it's ridiculous. $9.99. The next one is one of my favourites. I adore this. This is Shop Cotton. Is that right? And that is $9.99. Yep. And you get 2. I am so getting these, but let me tell you, I would be paying that for the stands. Mm-hmm. Seriously, because they really are, because you have to find the size of the egg, and it's so difficult. And Mark and Pinflair, Christine, and they've all put this process, done everything for you. You've got it all in that bag for $9.99. So the next one is, we'll go to the rose, and it's Shop Rose. Now you get all the beautiful flowers in there with the bowl. So it's Shop Rose, and this is £12.50. And you do get a lot because you get the ability to make the card. And I'll just turn this round. I mean, I've seen kits at $12.50 just for the card.
Yeah.
And I knew, right.
And you wouldn't get a box for that.
No, would you? Yeah, that'd be another £12.
How much is the box? I was going to say how much a box is.
That'd be another 12
Got to be a couple of pounds, isn't it, just for a box? So
absolutely. I'm going to do the next one, which is, now this is all set out in a different way, so I've got to make sure I've got it's Charlie. So this one is Shop Chick. Now this one, again, you've got the ability to make the chick yourself. Charlie there he's having a hat day. Well, it's Easter, right?
Easter, yeah.
You've got the ability to make the chick itself, and it's stunning with the card. So that is $9.99 Shop Chick. Then we move on to the 2 workshop things we've used today. Have a look isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. Sorry, I stuck my big head in way then. You had a pom-pom in the way. Right, so we've got here, these are the 2 that really make me giggle, these. So you've got Shop Frog and Shop Bunny. Now these are $14.99 each, and I love the fact that they've got 20 things to do in it, 20 different ones, 20 the same, 20 gifts, 20 projects. Are just stunning. What a great idea definitely for my club. These would love this. Whether you're young, old, whatever, these are great because these are great magnets. I don't know. I just think they're fun, and I love the shapes and colours. And then this one here is now this is stunning. You get to make 2, and this is Shop Lemon. Oh my word, that's cool. Now $9.99 again. You've got that. You've got the stand in some of them. That alone, I would be paying £6 for when I'm making anything. So to have it all in one bag and done and everything there for me, I am just over the moon. So all this process, all these items are all done for you. We've got some extras as well. We don't want to miss. All right, come on, this is where I start as well.
I know. So, one thing we haven't talked about this yet.
Nope, we need to.
Yeah.
The spatula set and the bundle. So let's go on. You tell them and I'll back.
So we've got an offer for you here, which has got 3 of your bookbinding glue tubs in, which is shop.
Is that the bundle? Yeah, shop bundle.
Okay, so the bundle gives you also, not only do you get your 3 bookbinding glue pots, excuse me, I'm going to cough. You get the spatula set as well.
But they're farther on their own.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So shop bundle, you get them all, and that's $16.19.
120 ml in each of these pots. So it's the same glue we've just talked about in the Glue It pot, a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your bookbinding glue, a very low water content, drying agent, it's all in there. So if you're doing your cartonnage or you want more glue, so if you sometimes card makers, you just want a lot of glue, don't you? You want, you want to cover something completely. Maybe you're putting a fabric panel onto a card, or you're putting a fabric panel onto.
I've done it on my book covers when I'm
book
binding.
Covers, exactly. So bookbinding glue, yeah.
And
so
the spatulas are absolutely ideal.
Spatulas are amazing. So the spatulas, yeah, all of these will fit into
again.
the tub.
How many times do you have to think about stuff? No, you don't.
So you might buy a spatula from somebody else, and it won't actually fit in the pot. But these are all been made specifically for Pinflair to fit in the pot.
I like the different sizes because for me, that would be my book cover and this would be my spine work.
Yeah, I use this one a lot. This smaller one is good because you can get into edges and things. But if you've got a larger project where you really need to get glue on quickly, because don't forget we've got a drying agent, so we do need to work relatively quickly. So big spatula, boom, 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 off you go. Take all the excess off, you don't need it. This we use as thinly as possible. And the reason it's in a pot is then we can scrape it back into the pot so you don't waste any.
But we can then, am I right in thinking, if we need to, put a little bit of that back in our bottle if we've run out? Of course,
so if your bottle starts to get low, you can pop the top off the bottle, that little white nozzle pops out off, and then you could tip in. So you could keep one of these back and just use it as a refill for your Glue It. Of course.
Me personally, I've got these at home and I only open one at once. I don't open any more because what I don't want to do is I don't want these to start, because any air hitting it will start off that reaction.
Obviously in our factory, this is put into the pot in the factory. Once we then clip the lid on, you've got this break it seal here. Absolutely. So that's a sealed pot from the factory. We know then that's going to give you at least probably about 12 to 18 months shelf life sealed.
Right. So
okay.
So that is if you don't open
at least it takes a long time to go off actually. But
yeah, I've still got mine from about 3 years, 4 years.
That's fine.
But
as long as you clip this back on nice and tight once you finish using it. So make sure you go clip. So with the lid of your pot for your tub, make sure it's all clean. Make sure the rim of the pot is clean as well before you clip this on. If you want to, a little bit of cling film over there first.
Yep.
And then click, and just to go sort of push your weight onto it as well.
That's what I've done. I've put a little bit of tape around the edge.
Or a bit of tape around the edge, just to stop the air getting in, because if the air's getting in there, the drying agent starts to work and it starts to thicken the glue a little bit. Now,
you can get these separate shop spatula, right? But you're paying $4.99 for them. So why not get the whole lot and you use these with your vinyls and all your other things, not just these. These are working for everything. So the whole bundle, shop bundle, is $16.19. Now, wow, that's...
So you're getting three for what, 11 quid-ish?
Yeah. It's really good. I mean, that's going to be... like I said, there's not many things I don't use that for. It's got such a good heritage, and it works. Yeah. It really does. So, shop bundle I'm not going to give you the cheaper prices for the smaller ones, because I know that you're not worth it. Do it. And don't forget shop space for these. You need these in your life.
Should we do that again? Have we got time? We've got 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Quick demo on the space guides.
I can't tell you how good they are.
So let's say we want to split this ball into. I need a pin. There
might be a few of them round here. There might be.
Let's take that off. So a little pin, okay, and let's split it into.
25% of these have gone.
3, because that's really hard.
It is, Steve.
It sounds really easy, but you try and split something into 3 and get it right, especially when it's a bigger shape. So find the middle. You've got on these. You've always got a bit missing. That's where it's actually extruded on the machine, okay? And then the other side is solid. So that's the side to use when you use your Space It Guide.
That's a good bit of advice, because people will say, I wonder what that's for.
Yeah, so if you've got a longer pin, you could go in the middle of there. But we tend to use this side. Okay, so find the middle roughly. And
25%
this is,
off one, you know.
yeah, this is 3.
Better hurry up, guys, because I'm having the rest.
Okay, so if you want to, as I say, we've put the pin positions in. So if you want to pin it in while you draw it, if you find that your dexterity gives you that issue, okay, we know it's 1, 2, 3, so we know it's right. So 1, 2, and we can draw down the other one.
Can I ask you to do me a really big favour?
Yeah.
Could you put the pen in the little hole to show people where that little dot is?
I can.
Only because
There.
that on its own, look, that on its own, trying to find areas like that and pin marks. So if you don't want the full line, the pin mark takes you to it straight.
Absolutely. So if you just want a pin position on the 1, 2, 3 and mark it,
exactly,
it's there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, and then we spin that round. We've put that line in already, but now we spin that round, line up the Space It Guides again. You can see that lines up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Just position that. Continue the lines, and we can segment this almost all of it.
So this, what size ball is that then?
It's about a 80mm ball.
Right. Yeah. So it's actually going nearly all the way around that, so it works really well. Look at this. I love these. Shop Space. This is $9.99 for these. These are genius. I can see me using them for everything.
There's all sorts of reasons for them. I don't think we've fully worked out all the reasons yet.
I think this is
once you've got that, you can pop that out. When we first launched this on another on a TV channel, you know, back in the day, it sold out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and we sold lots.
It's so versatile.
Yeah, and there you go. So that's 3 segments, perfect segments.
They are.
Yeah, on a ball. It looks really easy. You try and do that.
It's not. And the thing is, I would get so frustrated, I'd throw it against the wall.
What you'd have to do, you'd have to measure that all the way around there, and then you'd have to divide that by 3, and then you'd have to measure it round, and then you'd have to work out how to get that back up to there and how to get that down to there. It's really difficult to do.
I like this one as well, because this one allows me to put studs in. When I'm doing like zips on bags and stuff and I want to decorate it, this is ideal because I can mark out where I want the studs.
So you've got 1 centimetre spaces, so you can go 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 centimetres round.
Perfect.
Okay, and again, just mark that off where you want it, 2 centimetres in this case. Okay, but then we could do, you maybe go 2 centimetres and then 1 centimetre, so we can do that as well.
You've got a great pattern building on this, couldn't you?
Yeah. And you can see we just mark that off where we want those pins or where you want those whatever to go.
Well, I've got a felting show. This would be perfect for my felting show, and this would also be perfect for my quilting because I can set out the segments ready. So Shop Space It for $9.99. It really is, and so versatile with all these. So I am just looking at these. I'll give you a recap because we haven't got long. And the Shop Wedding, now this is $9.99 and you get an exquisite, absolutely exquisite bell there. But I think of it as everything. Just going to give you beautiful little shop bell. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so I'm just going to be quick with the next one. So the next one is Shop Bell. So that one's Shop Wedding at $9.99. Shop Bell, you get 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's 3 in a pack. That's what you get. So that's Shop Bell, $9.99. So the next one is 3 Shop Cotton. And we move on to these. You get 2 of these. Absolutely exquisite with some ribbon work, with some absolutely beautiful coloured pearls and sequins.
Yeah, so that's
and these have actually got spangles in. Spangles are flat. And you've got flat sequins as well in this, which is perfect.
So it's sequins that's already connected together. So it's a bit of a cheat really, but all your sequins are on a rope already. So you just have to pin it in top and bottom.
Love that. Yeah. But you can actually, if you want to undo, you still can't you? Because so that is Shop Cotton, and that is $9.99, and you're making 2. So we got Shop Rose. Now I love this. In this you get the kit to make a card and a little bowl at the front. And this is stunning for everybody, great present, and that is £12.50. That is perfect. So for gifts, but for you as well. The next one is Shop Chick. And on the same grounds as this beautiful Shop Rose, it's card and a little ornament.
Charlie.
I don't like saying ornament because it's
decoration.
Yeah.
Decoration, ornament decoration.
Yeah, ornament decoration.
Yeah.
And that again, these two is Chick, Shop Chick,
cheaper.
$9.99. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. And then we get the two workshop bundles. We've got Shop Frog and Shop Bunny, and they're both. This is what makes me laugh when I look at these. $14.99, and you're getting enough to make 20. Absolutely brilliant. So you could make that for birthday parties and everything. A bit older, with supervision, obviously. And the last one on the counter is Shop Lemon, and you make 2 bells. Now, Shop Lemon is $9.99. That is such reason. When you think of how classy this looks.
We're going to run out of time.
I know, I can't do it again. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Giddy
See you
as
soon.
well. And
See
I
you
will
at
see you
Crafting Live.
soon. Crafting Live. Take care, everybody. Bye.